June 5th, 2014 was the day our lives changed. I was in my office and had just started a client meeting when I was told there was a woman on the phone from Spain who needed to talk to me. She delivered the news that our daughter Maggie had been hit by a bus and that she was in the intensive care unit. After we hung up the phone, I immediately called Wendy and delivered the news. She freaked out for about 10 seconds and then said, "What do we need to do?"
So we got off the phone. I packed a couple of small suitcases and I picked Tad up at his office on the way to the airport. We left without even saying goodbye to our son Peter, who was a junior in high school. He was in school at the time. We were able to get on a flight to Chicago, a flight that had been sold out for a couple of weeks. And right away we saw God's hand in that provision of being able to get on that particular flight. From there, we made our way to Seville, Spain, and arrived within about 26 hours of the accident. And once we got to the hospital, we were temporarily delayed, and then we were allowed to see Maggie. And when we walked in that room, she was unrecognizable. Between the bruising and the swelling, she simply did not look like our daughter. And we knew right then that we had a long battle ahead of us.
Over the next week, God didn't stop working, and we saw Him perform a miracle of healing right before our eyes. We also saw the power of the body of believers, from our new friends in Spain to our friends back home who prayed for Maggie, and new friends around the world.
We started a Caring Bridge site as soon as we got to Spain. I personally really saw God work through Tad in his Caring Bridge posts, and I've had so many people affirm that. Through that vehicle, we were able to stay in touch with our family and loved ones, and we had the prayer support of many. As one woman wrote on the Caring Bridge site back to us, Maggie became everyone's daughter during this time.
Maggie was medically evacuated back to the United States after 23 days in the hospital in Spain. We then spent another 3 weeks in hospitals in Minneapolis and St. Paul before bringing her home.
Thankfully, I don't have any memories from the accident or directly after the accident. I did have a lot of injuries to recover from, however. A shattered pelvis, a broken elbow, broken ribs, and 2 traumatic injuries to my brain. Thanks to God and an amazing medical team, I was able to return to school in the fall, less than 3 months after the accident. So many people prayed for me, and God answered those prayers. Over the next few years, I continued to recover from the accident. I picked up running again, took up the sport of triathlon, bought a house, and began working with my dad and Modus Advisors. I met Paul in 2018, and we were married a year later in the fall of 2019.
The sport of triathlon was such a huge component of Maggie's healing and recovery. Through triathlon, Maggie gained tremendous confidence and was able to excel in something that she had never done before. It became very clear to us that she was very competitive in the sport of triathlon, and like most things that Maggie tries to do, she put her whole heart and soul into it. And so in September of 2021, she competed in her first IRONMAN competition in Madison, Wisconsin. And it was just another testimony to God's healing in Maggie's life, to see her so fully recovered that she could compete in one of the most grueling sports competitions that there is.
In the years following the accident, I had numerous people tell me that I needed to write a book. I followed their advice and started writing in 2016. As I watched Maggie finish the Ironman race, an idea started to form in my head. What if I buckled down and finished the book? What if Maggie and I did the Ironman race together the next year in 2022, and we raised money for a number of charities as a way to give thanks to God for all that He had done in healing Maggie and all that He had done in our lives. With a plan in place to release and promote the book, I completed the original manuscript and signed a contract with Redemption Press. The book, 25 Meters to God is due to be released in August of 2022, and Maggie and I are signed up for IRONMAN Wisconsin in September of the same year. We'll be racing for the IRONMAN Foundation and raising money for them and 3 other charities that we have supported over the years: Feed My Starving Children, Wine to Water, and Engage Your Destiny.
We ask you to come alongside us this summer and join us in this journey. Here's how you can help. We welcome your prayers for our safety as we train, for the book, and for our fundraising efforts. Follow along this summer at 25meters.com and on our social media. Share our content with your family and friends. Buy and read the book when it becomes available later this summer. And donate. There is a link to support our fundraising efforts at our website, 25meters.com. We've already raised over $300,000 and are on our way to our goal of raising $500,000 by September. Your donations are tax deductible and will be split evenly between the 4 charities.
Many of you have been on this journey with us since 2014. And if you're new to our story, we encourage you to join us over the summer months. We hope that you will be as blessed by this project as we have been, and may all the glory go to God.